Rick Spielman, Tyler Sullivan aboard to break this one down as well. We're always pushing things forward as playoff time does arrive. Rick, I want you to talk to me here. You've been in these buildings, you've made these decisions, and this is a streaky team, as we just saw in the Miami Dolphins. How do you rally, no matter who the quarterback is, for a big-time matchup, Week 18, everything on the line against the Jets?
Yeah, that'll be a big matchup, depending what the Jets do today here out in Seattle. But that's what, we were talking about earlier, how McDaniel was potentially a Coach of the Year candidate for the job he's done the first year down there. Now we're going to see what he's truly made of. They have to find a way to win games. When Tua is not in the game, I believe they average 10 or less points or don't score as many points in the game as when Tua is in the game. So they have to figure out a way. If Tua can't go, how do they get better? How do they put more points on the board? And understand what Teddy can do, and if Skylar Thompson has to come in, what he can do. But the one thing they can't do is they can't turn the ball over, and that's what cost them the game today.
Yeah, obviously turnovers are going to be critical here no matter who's the quarterback for them, whether it's Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson. And that's what Mike McDaniel is going to have to do over the next week. If it's not Tua, you find out what Thompson can do best. You obviously do what Teddy Bridgewater does best. But for me, it does go a little bit beyond the quarterbacks as well. They got to run the football better. I mean, they haven't really run the football that great all season. And you look at this game tonight, 3.2 yards per carry. You have Jeff Wilson for 45 yards on 15 carries. That's just not good enough. When you have backup or young quarterbacks at the helm, they need to be able to lean on that a little bit more to be able to make plays to Tyreek Hill and to Jalen Waddle. So for me, as much as it's going to be about the quarterback and how they can rally going into next week, they also need to run the football better than they have.
All right, well, out of necessity, let's be real about this situation, because the health of Tua Tagovailoa has been a headline and a storyline all season long, guys, and that won't change heading into Week 18. Tyler, how does Tua's health affect the situation, and how does the situation perhaps affect Tua's health?
Yeah, no, it's a tough situation to be in because obviously, first and foremost, the health of the player needs to take priority. And the competitor in Tua is obviously going to want to get out there, but you have to be smart in these situations. You have to think forward and big picture with these. Yes, it's massive, it's postseason, but at the same time, you're talking about a full NFL career looking forward for Tua. The Dolphins finally feel like they've gotten everything together with Tua this season. We were going into this saying, could this be his last year in Miami? I don't think we're having that conversation anymore. We're talking about them potentially going into the postseason and how impactful his absence could be. So in big picture, it's a win for the Miami Dolphins that they finally have solidified Tua as their guy going forward, but you can't risk his development and risk his further health by pushing to play in this game. So for me, that's what you have to take note of. That's the big picture kind of priority that they have going into this game. But obviously, him being in there would be a much needed boost to this offense as opposed to Bridgewater or Thompson.
And they may push him to try to play Tua if it wasn't for the head injury. So if he had an ankle or a knee, maybe they try to get him out there, because that is not significant, because he's already, I believe, had 3 concussions. And if you get another one, you're going to be done for a while. And that's the most important thing when you're dealing with a head injury. So when you're sitting in the front office, you know how important that game's going to be next week. But are you going to risk putting your supposedly franchise quarterback out there and potentially setting him up for another concussion, which would be devastating? So that's where it comes back to the coaching. And Tyler, I agree with you 100%. If they have to go with Bridgewater, if they have to, or Thompson, then you better figure out what you do offensively with those guys at the quarterback position that are going to help you win game. And the number one key, I think, to doing that, and Tyler, you made a great point, was running the ball, because that not only helps with controlling the clock and the time of possession, but it takes the pressure off the quarterback trying to carry that team and making plays with their arm.
Yeah, we obviously point to Tua, but this is a team that's banged up at all levels and all positions. We will see if they can get it turned around and break that streak of 5 consecutive losses, try and punch their ticket to the playoffs. Gentlemen, thank you.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.